I thought that it was for a sketch. I didn't realize that. I mean, I know it is, but...
There's a picture.
Pull that painting up of that slut. Will you do me a favor? Will you pull that painting up of the slut? The Sir Kendrick the 14th. Sir Kendrick.
Sir Kendrick. Sir Drake.
My name is Sir Gwen. You can call me Little G for short.
Little G?
Little G is what they call me on the foothills.
What's your accent turning into?
It's whatever this. I'm getting into character. I just auditioned for Steven Spielberg's new film.
What's Steven Spielberg's new film? Where is Knights? What is it?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? I'm not on enough for me to continue to do this, but I'm going to try for an hour. I've got my hip flexors cannot really keep me upright with this armor. It's surprisingly very heavy.
Yeah, it's made of metal.
This thing, it cost an absurd amount of money. The bit is not worth it, I will say that. I think we're going to start recording right about here, since I've kind of locked in on the character now.
Do you remember the movie where Martin
What
Lawrence
is that?
was a... God damn it.
Do I remember the what?
Of course you don't remember it. You remember that time there was that dragon, like, fucking wilding out?
When? In the year 6?
It was...
Or 8.
8, I think.
I think it was 8. Yes, I remember the War of 8.
And that dragon was just like...
Yes.
Just like being crazy.
I do remember.
Like,
I recall.
And then you pulled out your sword.
Yes.
And
then I also pulled out my weapon.
Yeah. This is such a crazy bit. And then you tried to fight the dragon. But
I did fight the dragon.
You did technically fight the dragon, but the dragon fucked you up.
Well, let's not act like that dragon wasn't also... We know what it was. It was not my fault. It was a black dragon, all right? It was the black dragon.
The black dragon of year 8.
Of year 8. Anyways, yes, I was down by the Shire the other day, and I overheard something.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard that new poem that... There's a new sonnet out. Have you pulled that up?
By whom?
Sir Kendrick. Sir Kendrick released a ballad.
A ballad? Which one is it?
It's the newest one where he inquires about him and another famous scholar. What was his name? The other poet.
Is it Sir Lefty Gunplay?
Not Lefty Gunplay. What is that, by the way?
Sir Lefty Gunplay. A gun is like a sword, except it's small and catapult.
A catapult, yes.
Very small catapult.
A catapult.
That launches small balls.
I'll launch my small balls at you.
Yeah, I bet you.
I tell you
catapult
what,
my
I thought.
small
You know
balls,
what I thought was funny about this Luigi man who has been since arrested.
Yeah.
If you look at the only photo that they had of him with his face mask down, it was clear that he had a unibrow. It was like, if you're that Italian, maybe conceal the one part that shows you're that Italian. If I were to rob a bank right now, I would not just have assless chaps on. It's my signature thing. Everybody would be like, that fat ass has to only belong to Sir Gawain. Lil baby is what they call me. G baby.
What is what's your full knight name?
Sir Gawain III.
Gwyn?
Gwen.
You're the
Gawain.
third. So there's 2 other ones of you?
My father was a blacksmith. His father before him was a blacksmith. My father's father before him was a peasant, and the father's father.
You know what I hate about the whole thing going on with the CEO shooter? Every girl that I know is like, oh, he's so hot, he's so hot, he's so hot. But like, if I shoot a couple loads into a guy's back, nobody reacts that way.
Pause.
Yeah.
Halt.
That was the joke.
Cease. What the fuck was that? What the fuck do you mean if you shoot loads? First of all, what is a shoot? Second, what is a load? Third of all, into a man's back?
Yeah.
What do you think this is? The Roman Empire and he's 6? What are we talking about?
What do you think? This is the Roman Empire? But did knights not do gay stuff?
Knights, of course we did gay stuff, but we didn't talk about it. We didn't write it down. We didn't know how to write, for Christ's sakes, back then. Back then it was smoke signals and buttholes. That's all that was happening.
I think knights could write.
I think that you might be overestimating what when people got literate. Knights didn't exist. Knights existed in the year 400. When was the origin of the knight? Will you type that into the magic box?
We're knights.
That's what I call my pussy, by the way.
Knights educated, horse riding, fencing, spear fighting, swimming, hunting.
Poem writing is so funny.
Poem writing for the lady of the heart. Chess, ceremonial. Dude, knights were smarter than you and I both are now.
Yes, we are smart, by the way. It is very funny to kill a dragon and then come back and be like, my dearest Beatrice, I love your pussy.
I love ya.
I'm not sure if this bit is funny or not, by the way. I'm 10 minutes. I think we're 10 minutes into a thing, and I'm kind of regretting the decision to talk like this.
We're a pretty long way into it.
And I can't just do the podcast normally with this outfit on. Then people will think I'm up to something, and I don't like that either. It seems like I'm trying to do something I'm not trying to do, but I am trying to do it, if that makes sense. It started out as a fun... I'm gonna get you. And now it's sort of like, now we are here.
Which you can edit in you walking in the night gear.
I could probably do that, yes. I don't know what editing is, though. I will pick and choose when I do not know things, by the way, because it is fun to talk about Luigi.
Yeah.
It is fun to talk about Luigi.
You saw
the most Italian eyebrows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Of course his name was fucking Luigi.
Have you seen...
What'd he kill him with, a plunger? Who is this getaway driver? Mario? Who put him up to it? Peaches? Peaches is kind of hot, by the way. I've come to this realization.
Of course Peaches is hot.
Anyway, sorry, have I come to what? I've come to a lot of things.
I don't...
What?
Have you seen the guy looks exactly like Danny Fallon?
Dude. I know.
Fucking crazy.
And also, he couldn't have fucked up the opportunity for content more.
He's making it.
But it's not very good.
Okay.
Do you understand? He had the opportunity to do many things.
Yeah.
He could have done many things with it.
Yeah.
And instead he chose the least funny route for all of it. We're going to be hosting a lookalike competition. That's already happened, you hack. Right, he's not actually a hack, but of course I'm doing it for the do something original. I told him what he should have done is create a fake manifesto and release it and see if people believe that it was actually Luigi.
Is that the content you want?
That would be very funny.
Flirt with federal prison time?
Well, you wouldn't be flirting with president if you made it as if you made this because he looks like this man. And so if he just made content that was like, I am Luigi, if you're reading this, I've been arrested. Yeah. And then he just was like, I'm gay. That would be funny.
Yeah. You know what, though? Is this guy, are we sure? I mean, I know he's an attractive guy. But yes. I think the thing going on right now, everybody's acting like he's the hottest guy in the world. And I mean, he's fit. Look at it. Look at his abs there. And he's a fit guy. But is he as hot as everybody's saying, or am I just jealous?
I think that his eyebrows distract me from the fact that he was a murderer. No, wait, that's his backwards. I think if you look at that man in the eyebrows, you can tell that he would murder somebody. Look at the brow.
Do we know what his motivation is yet, other than capitalism being a disease?
Yeah, I've read some scrolls that his mother apparently suffered from chronic back pain. Now, I don't know if that's been disproven since.
I thought he suffered from chronic back pain.
You don't have abs like that and suffer from chronic back pain.
That's actually a pretty good point.
That core is incredibly strong.
Yeah, but maybe he got it strong because he had back pain. Back pain, yeah. Wait, what? Click that. Luigi couldn't be physically intimate due to back pain. Friend. Why did his friend know that?
Well, I can tell you why it wasn't his lover, if that's the case.
Yeah. That's so crazy. Wait, scroll down. Luigi was unable to be physically intimate due to his back pain. Yeah, so he does have back pain. So basically, okay, so you know how most shooters end up actually kind of being like incels? Like, obviously, this guy isn't an incel because, I mean, look at him. He's hot. He's definitely fucked. But basically what happens is when you remove the ability for a man to nut, you inch him closer and closer to shooting somebody with a gun.
This is what I've said before about President Truman. Have you ever seen what Truman's wife looks like?
Yeah.
Google Truman. Bessie Truman, by the way.
Bessie Truman.
You think Bessie Truman sounds like a lady that you want to fuck? No. If you see her, you'll understand why we nuked Japan. That man hadn't came in years. Look at that. That is the horniest decision that's ever been made in the history of decisions.
He's like,
look at that painting. She kind of looks fucking thick there.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah. What the fuck is going on? Who designed this?
Who painted?
Who painted that?
What's going on with the hair is the question. Yeah.
See, look at that photo of Harry S. Truman marries Bess. Look at Bess on the third picture there. Japan never stood a chance when you see her.
Yeah.
It's like, of course he wants to nuke them. He doesn't want anybody to be happy. He hasn't came in years.
Yeah. I do think I think there's a pretty direct correlation between
Yes, this is what I've said. I've said
bullets.
before you buy a firearm, you should have to ejaculate and then wait 5 minutes. And then they have to go, are you sure you want to buy this? And then you go, what the fuck was I even doing here?
Yeah.
Why did I didn't need to go to that mall later.
What they need to do, it's not even just ejaculating. They need to have a like red light room, like a prostitute in the front who will make you ejaculate.
Now this is a good idea
Because I'd buy guns. I'd all of a sudden I'm like, the Second Amendment's super important.
Now here's the thing.
But yeah, I mean, I think if one of these shooters, or even him, if he was in less back pain and he got stroked off by a lady, I think he'd be like, I don't think I need to do this.
It is funny to be not to be able to get hard and then be like, it's my back, it's killing me. It's like, are you sure that's what's happening? Are you sure you don't fancy the other gender?
What if all this is in a big, like, he tried to have sex with a woman one time and he couldn't get hard and he was so embarrassed that he was like, I'm going to kill the CEO of the insurance company. And then claim that it was my back.
Guys, it's just my back. I don't know what's going on.
My back hurts, man. It's not even that I'm thinking about my friend who knows I can't be intimate. Why did he tell him that? That's really, it's all coming together now.
It is all making sense.
Because why would Luigi tell his friend he couldn't be intimate because of his back pain? He was trying to go, unless it's with you. But his friend didn't get it. Luigi is just gay. God
Luigi
damn it.
is a very gay name, by the way.
Luigi's the gayest name.
Luigi, there's not a name gayer than Luigi.
Also, having abs like that is gay to me.
I agree.
I think it is.
Why do you have cum gutters like that?
Yeah, I think.
What are you trying to? Why do you need to be that chiseled? What are you doing later? Getting your butt fucked? Why are you that? What are you doing later that you're getting your butt fucked? I don't understand. I think that to me, I don't know. I feel like as I look at him, I don't know. I don't understand.
Do you feel something down in your girdle?
My girdle.
Is that what it's called?
What are you making up these things for? Girdle. Yes, a girdle is the. What is a girdle? Type that into the magic box again.
Yeah.
Also, what else can we pull up from that thing? Girdle. Whoa.
Whoa!
What the fuck is that? Whoa!
Yeah, that's a girdle down there, the high-waisted girdle.
I'll show you a high-waisted girdle.
Yeah, I bet.
Do you know what I like? Well, bless you. God bless you. When did they start saying God bless you, by the way? It's probably, you know, that the whole theory behind God bless you is, of course,
that
they thought that when you were sinning, you were expelling demons.
Oh, I thought it was because there's a pretty fake. I like that one a lot.
See, now if I wore that and robbed and killed the CEO, you would know exactly. The anterior pelvic tilt that bitch has, by the way.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that a lot. Yeah, I thought when you sneeze, your heart stops momentarily, is what I've heard.
No, it's because
And
they
then
used to think
people
that you
say,
were
"God
getting rid of
bless you."
the devil. They used to think that you were getting rid of the devil.
Oh,
The Black Plague.
Oh, so basically it was like during the Black Plague, if you sneezed, people were like, you're about to die. Oh, you're on your way out. God bless you.
Cut his head off with an axe. It is crazy how many people actually perished during the Black Plague. What is it? The world's population dropped down to I think they lost like 86% of the people living. During the witch trials, that's still going on.
200 million people is so much.
All because they didn't realize that they can't just shit and touch their butthole. They were shitting, grabbing things after they just put their fingers in the
Is
dirty
that what
ass.
happened?
Yes.
I thought the Black Plague was,
It was
like
rats.
and shit.
It was rats, but it was rat
rats
fecal
are
matter.
around because yeah.
I also noticed that they just started doing these things. There's toilets here. These things I've been learning about these.
About toilets?
Yes, we just shit out into the woods. You guys have a device that eats it. The fuck is this?
Mm-hmm. We have a couple. Yeah, a lot of places have more than one.
Night toilets. That's funny. I like that.
Awful.
Where do you think? Can we?
Did knights in armor go to the toilet? No, they definitely just shit in themselves, right?
Well, I've been known.
Oh, this is a crazy website.
Ask any night question.
Myrtle? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is there anybody with a successful blog nowadays?
I don't think people have the patience to read.
I don't.
It's turned from blogs. It's turned into what's going on, guys.
What's going on, guys? Knights. Did they shit?
Did they shit? Here's the top 3 places knights used to dump their fucking.
Number 1, in their
Everywhere.
armor. Number 2, in the street.
Number 3, everywhere else.
Number 3.
I wonder what it would be actually like. Imagine you are a knight.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I was just thinking about? I hate to interrupt you. Some people only listen to the podcast. And I don't think we've at one point addressed that you're in a suit of armor.
Yes.
I mean, you can hear it in your voice and
I don't think
metal
this bit is as
clanking
good as I
around.
thought it would be.
I think I don't know how to interact with it.
This is the issue. We should get you a night outfit as well, and then what we will do is we will just scrap this entire thing. Nobody will ever see the likes of this.
Well,
It's too late. We have already started.
Fortunately, we've been recording for like almost half an hour.
Holy
so.
shit!
So
I lose
mean,
sight of time when I'm in this.
I will say it's never too late for you to stop.
Well, I tell you what, at this point I've committed to the bit and need to stay in character. Sir G Baby does not fuck around in these streets. Now here's the thing. I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I learned something the other day that I thought was quite interesting.
Okay.
Now this is true, by the way. I've learned about the felony murder rule. I've talked about it ad nauseum, I think, but I've also learned, I watched a video about this.
Okay.
Now, did you know that if you hide a weapon for a murderer, you are just as equally
Culpable.
just hiding the weapon. It's not a separate charge. It's not interfering with official acts. You can also be tried as a murderer.
Yeah, there was a girl who was in a car.
What's that?
There is a girl. She was with somebody.
Yes.
They arrived at a location where the person was going to rob the person, I think for drug money or something.
Yes.
Ended up killing the person inside. This girl that was in the vestibule of transportation had no idea it was going to happen.
That doesn't help, by the way, to make up a word.
Well, just because you don't know the word.
What is vestibula?
A vestibule of transportation.
Can
A
we
vestibule-
Google what is?
I actually want to know
type
what
that
the
into the
definition
magic box.
is, yeah.
That word.
But anyways,
This
yeah,
magic
there-
box is blowing my mind. By the way,
So an antechamber. Well, why would they use that
what
one?
is an antechamber? I've put a lot of
wait.
people in a chamber. An antechamber seems
click
sort of.
antechamber real quick.
It's a hall or a
hall-
lobby. I know what these are.
Okay, so maybe a vestibule wasn't.
So
the
maybe
right
you just
thing.
invented something.
Well, a vestibule is I don't know.
I know what Vespula is on RuneScape. Do you know what
That's-
RuneScape is?
No, I don't. How would you know? How do you play RuneScape?
I live it.
Anyways, this girl went
I'm
to
about that
jail for
life.
murder for like the rest of her life for being in the car.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's literally insane. I don't agree. I don't think that's a good law.
I don't think it's a good law. I do think it kind of establishes something that is like, hey, don't murder people.
Yeah.
Unless
yeah.
they're CEOs.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Here's how I feel about this. I think that he was not a good person.
Who?
The
Who?
CEO.
Yeah.
He's obvious, and I think that there's a problem. I think here's the problem. I think the problem, if you're listening, I think this is the problem, is that anybody can just Google CEOs of big pharmaceutical companies that price gouge and raise their prices, then you can cross-platform search them and you can kind of figure out where they live. And I don't think that's good. I don't think that you should figure out who these CEOs are and then go onto social media, figure out, you can find out who their wives is. Don't figure out their daily routines because that's bad. It's bad to figure out exactly where they'll be, when they're going to be there, and then kill them. I think that's an awful thing that we should get rid of. We shouldn't be doing this. We should not be, because it's really pretty easy if you think about it. It's anybody can literally do this, and I think that's bad. I don't think that you should go and figure out who is increasing and price gouging the prices of necessities like insulin, for example. I don't think that you should figure out the company's name. Maybe it's something. Can we type that in the magic box? Who makes insulin? Don't go.
Literally, there was a guy, Martin Shkreli.
Martin Shkreli, the AIDS guy.
Yeah, he. It wasn't insulin, but it was AIDS medication.
Now, don't price. Now, I think that it's a problem that we can just figure out where Martin Shkreli will be at.
I mean, he was on an episode of Legion of Skanks.
And I think this is an issue. I think that we shouldn't be able to. These CEOs need to be protected. We shouldn't be typing in. We shouldn't be able to type in, figure out where they're going to be at through, because everybody has a digital footprint, and you can pretty easily track down anybody. Really, you just have to kind of pay attention. You learn routines very quickly, and of course, and now with everybody's posting everything. So I think this is an issue. I think that people should not. Again, I don't think you should be doing this. I don't think that
this is as liberal as I've ever seen.
I don't think that there should be these companies. I don't think that people should be. I mean,
Josh, you're being so anti-capitalist.
Aside from, it's just a thing where it is sort of.
Horny, dude.
There are certain people where it's like, well,
you're about to
don't
bring
do
out
that.
Antifa Matt in here, dude.
You should not be doing this. I'm telling everybody right now, do not be doing this. Because it's too easy, so stop doing it.
I don't think that murder is good.
That's what I'm saying.
I do think that it is very telling the way almost the entire country unanimously has been like, who was it? And the guy who killed him was hot. Yeah, we're fine.
The two questions, who died? And the guy who killed him was hot?
Yeah. All right, that's totally.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's another thing, though. I think that we're not forgetting is that he did have a unibrow that he didn't even manage to. If you know the only photo of you leaked is your fucking unibrow.
Also, dog,
trim the unibrow.
So he got caught, right? Because he pulled his mask down
because he's
flirting with somebody.
Keep it in your pants.
You can't even get hard. What are you doing? You can't. Your back hurts that bad. You can't even get intimate, but you're gonna get caught because you're trying to get some fucking pussy that you're gonna disappoint.
You're trying to get some.
What are you doing, dude?
You're trying to get some back massages.
Yeah. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Kiss? Why get caught for murder? Because you had to go give a smooch? Because I'm pretty sure that was the only evidence they had.
I think they also gave his name to the barista, whatever the fuck that is.
What a fucking idiot.
Didn't he? Is this true? I don't want to be spreading
I haven't heard that. But
I don't want to be spreading misinformation, but I'm almost positive he told the lady his name was Luigi, and then from there they went.
What a crazy name.
They went. What?
Well, there's five people named Luigi.
There's 5 Luigis.
4 of them are 90 years old.
Yeah. And one
and
of them.
they all live in New York City.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did see that he was at a. He went to a store. Did you see the video that his friend posted? They went to the store to get ice cream at 2 a.m.
No.
And his lady friend, made a video and she posted it, and it was her and him getting ice cream at like 2 a.m. And she was like, if there was somebody who I would ever call who would answer my FaceTimes, it would always be Luigi. Anytime I called, he was a reliable friend. He would come with me, and then it cut to that video, cut to them at a store getting ice cream together at 2 a.m. And now it makes sense because he couldn't get hard, so he was trying to satisfy her emotional needs. Because if you call me to get ice cream at 2 a.m., I'm going to tell you to suck my dick.
Wait, what?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I
would never get ice cream with somebody at 2 a.m. unless my dick is getting sucked. What do you mean? What do you mean he went and got ice cream with this?
This guy can't get hard.
This guy cannot get hard.
Why is he fetching
ice cream at 2 a.m. with a lady?
He just wants.
This is what I'm saying. He's trying to satisfy her emotionally.
This is an update. We found mochi ice cream.
He's getting ice cream with her.
We found mochi.
And he can't even get hard.
Damn.
Dude, you are a simp. Now I'm actually not on his side anymore. You're going with the lady to get ice cream at 2 a.m. You can't even get hard.
I'm just saying the incel correlation of committing a murder is really starting to make sense.
I agree. I think this man is. I think that if you can't nut, you're liable to do bad things, and I think that if you're liable to do bad things, you're a bad person. That's why I ejaculate. I ejaculated twice since we started this conversation. I've had every time I put this is like the Green Goblin mask for me. Every time I put it on, I want to do things. I want to run into a wall and just see what happens. I'm fading in and out of the bit.
Yeah.
And it's not fun anymore. I've realized this since the beginning. I think that here's the idea. It's sort of like when you talk a big game before having sex and then you can't live up to the expectations. You go, yeah, I'm going to fuck you fucking for 6 hours. And then you get there and you're like, oh God, I'm going to come within 20 seconds. And now you're stuck wearing a night suit 40 minutes into a podcast episode that half the people have already tuned out of.
I gave you an out like 15 minutes
And by the
ago.
way, we've just started to increase, our numbers are increasing like crazy. And
And Josh said, let's put an end to that.
Instead of
Off
capitalizing.
with our viewers' heads,
Off with
Josh
the
says.
heads. What if I made this awful? What if I took this thing that seems to be working and I made it bad?
You know what I think is not... I love the idea. I love your veracity. You know
that is another word that you are contracting in front of me. Contraction is not the right word that I used either.
I love that you're inspired. I love that you're enthusiastic. Your night voice
This
is nearly impossible to listen to for an hour. It's like talking to an Australian person for an hour. It's like, is this ever going to stop? That's good.
Ask me anything.
Well, okay.
Get some fucking clips out of it at least. Why don't we get some fucking clips out of it?
I'm trying. I wasn't prepared. I could have prepared night questions for you.
How much was that?
Yeah, that's a great question. It does not look cheap.
One does not just buy it.
You earned it.
I've earned this.
Have you been knighted?
Through years of squireship. It was $450 off of Amazon. It's for a sketch.
That's why you stuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's what it is. It was $450. We're doing a series with this soon.
Yeah,
This medieval series that's going to be coming out. So fucking subscribe to the Good Girls Studios page. We're doing that, and I thought, well, if I got $400, it's the same reason. If you get a haircut, you go out to the club. You go, I just got a haircut. I'm gonna go fucking show the haircut off.
Yeah.
What am I gonna jack off like Luigi? No, he can't jack off. Do you think he put things in his butt because he couldn't come?
Not if his back hurt that bad. I don't think you'd want it. But if you can't come and you put stuff in your butt, it'll help.
Now, I knew this. This is a thing that I've learned. I've learned that people in wheelchairs can ejaculate.
Yeah.
Now,
They
that
have, like,
confuses
babies and
me.
shit. Yeah. The question that I always wonder, and I think it matters on how they're paralyzed or why they're in wheelchairs, but I think some of them can even feel it.
Emotionally?
Emotionally, of course. I mean physically.
When you get a neck injury and you're paralyzed from the neck down, your dick gets hard for like a day. Like it's
For
just
1 day
straight up.
straight.
Imagine breaking your neck, having the most most insane. You're in the hospital bed, your family's coming to visit you, and your heart is a fucking rock.
That's exactly what happens.
Everybody's like,
No way.
before you go
Is it
in
just
there,
the blood?
Listen, it's going to be really tough to look at. He's not the same guy that we know. And I need you to know, just so that you're not shocked, he's huge.
He's by Your grandma walks in. She's like, "You look just like your grandfather."
Oh, wow, this is amazing. I see you get there. Yeah, your mom's trying to make jokes. I see you don't get everything from your father. Like, oh no, mom. Don't look at my hard penis.
Oh no, Mom! Don't look at my hard penis. I'm taking these off now too.
The gloves. Can I see them?
They are they're slimy. That's why I've put this.
Oh, dude, they're gross in here.
They're gun oil. There's gun oil in there.
This smells like something familiar.
Cum.
I can't think about it. No, it doesn't smell like cum.
This
This
they
is fun.
should.
I get. This is fun. Imagine fucking somebody up with it. This is gun oil. Did you put gun oil on it?
No, it came with that. It's CLP.
God damn it. What's COP?
I don't know. I just know that that's what we used to put. Come on, dude.
That's good.
Dude, we have like fun. Dude, come on. Dude, this is a family-friendly podcast.
No, it's not. That's fun.
That's
this
fucking-
hurts. This is good. Yeah, you never been flipped off by a guy in fucking armor, have you?
Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get a tied up punch up. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. You get what I was going for, okay? And I didn't mean to sabotage an entire episode, but also if you made it this far, We're gonna pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. We're gonna get through some more riffs as a night. Okay.
I just imagine somebody at home watching this, going, oh, "Okay, he's about to be done. I'll enjoy."
I want to get one more what in,
and then
because
you're
that's
like,
very funny to me. When you say something,
When I
you
talk
say,
about
I was in a
something,
car and I go,
will you pull
what?
this off of me? A what?
We should try to farm some clips from this.
You
quick.
like for
Not
real?
right now,
For
but-
real, you could just like.
I'll just stop talking like that.
No. I'm not saying.
No, it's okay.
that.
I'll just ruin the fun.
Yeah, no. just like rethink everything you've done creatively, and then
Here's the thing. This is sort of This is more inside baseball than anything. What does it smell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like dirty.
It's not. Well, that's why I have the towel here.
It's okay.
I came prepared. I wasn't gonna disrespect Josh's podcast studio like that.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Brought the fucking. This thing is. I tell you what though. I did get it, and Ariel is annoyed that I won't stop putting it on.
Really?
Oh, I'm walking around the house with it. And then she'll go, take it off. And I go, they wore it for days straight. I want to do it. I'm so excited.
You gotta have sex with it at least.
Yeah, I
once.
was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the stand up? I just want to see how far the. Yeah, you could just lift the chain link up. Well, wait, move the gown part of it. What if he was naked? Just soft dick.
I do think that this will. Hopefully, this episode will get some clicks just from the thumbnail. Then I disappoint everybody.
No, it'll be fine. Everybody's gonna have a good time. We're having fun. The podcast is good.
The
Stop
Circo, the blue and yellow thing costs $100. By the way,
By itself?
Yes. In case you're thinking about buying one of these, fucking don't.
You could have had. We could have made that.
We could have.
I have. You know what's fucked up? I know it
You
wouldn't
have
been
one?
the color. You know what's really fucked up, and I just remembered it. I have that and that helmet at home.
You have that. You have the whole loadout.
I just like.
I also have a sword, and I was like, I can't bring the sword too.
I promise. I know I have a chain link. I know I have that at home. It's crazy that you bought that. No, but I do have a burlap sack that we easily could have cut into something to put over that, and it would have been
fine.
I have no idea what to do with it. I took it from a coffee shop because I was in a fucking
What is that?
gay little mood. Coffee or
Yes.
how long?
Coffee's been around a while.
Coffee's been around for a long
Nay.
time. No, we only drink mead. We been 500 years ago.
Wow.
That's not that long.
Yes, I was born in 4.
Yeah. When I don't even think that you're historically correct on when you existed.
Well, what is existence?
When were
Correct.
knights around?
The
Because
1200s.
4 is like a couple years after Jesus died.
Yes.
I guess there were probably knights. No,
You're 1,000 years off.
you're a long way off. You've only been around for like 1,000 some years.
I'm both here and not here. Do you know what I mean?
Less-
It's sort of a
less than-
figment of. Do not do that. Do not do that. That's frightening me.
It went away.
That is good.
That actually that hurt. I really wanted it.
I don't like that you can just buy this, by the way.
Why?
I feel like there should be some type of vetting process.
Yeah, but I feel
Because
like
you know who doesn't? You know who buys this when it's not me? Guys who want to wear it. I want to wear it too. But it's like guys who
I
are
was
like.
about to say you're wearing it around the house. You're gonna act like you're better than them.
But it's guys who are like, I'm gonna get a sword and fight in they park.
Yeah,
They have,
people
like,
who do,
LARP.
LARPing and shit.
And it's not that LARP isn't cool. It's just that it's the gayest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you talking about? LARPing is not
Do you
cool.
want to go? Because here's the thing: the dudes who do it aren't dudes who should do it. Like,
Yeah.
if we had LARP and it was like Derrick Henry versus Lamar
The people
Jackson,
who
I
wanna-
would love that.
Yeah, the people who black people don't LARP.
There's a subculture that would.
There's a subculture of anime
Yes,
blacks. that
anime
would.
blacks definitely LARP.
Yeah.
And not only do they LARP, they're also the best at it. And everybody's
the Lemaire Lees of the world.
yes,
would
they're
love to
LARPing.
LARP,
They're
yes.
LARPing.
But for the most part, no. But LARPing, yeah. Well, the people who want to LARP there's a reason.
Stealing valor.
Want to make believe, dude. I got into a stealing. So my TikTok algorithm is like really crazy, and it's golf, liberal media, and cops being wrong. and like a guy being like, I
Is
don't
that not
answer
liberal
questions.
media?
Actually, it's kind of tough because a lot of the cops being wrong videos are people who are like Constitution people that are like they'll go to like a public library with like a video camera and make everybody uncomfortable, and then the cops end up being called, and then the guy goes, "No, it's my First Amendment right, and like my freedom of the press. This is a public state-ran facility. You can't trespass me unless you've proven that you broke the law." Like basically just like schooling cops in the Constitution, which is both a liberal and conservative thing to do at the same time. To be like, I fucking love the Constitution, but then also be like, and you fucking pigs don't know what it is. It's a very both.
It's the most annoying thing is what it
It's
is.
the most annoying thing.
If you met that person, I guarantee you.
Oh, they're awful.
They are
Well, so what these guys
skinny fat for sure.
What these guys do?
Skinny fat little pigs.
So they call it a First Amendment audit. They're a First Amendment auditor. And so they
I hate
literally,
that.
what they do is they go around doing what I just described, and they wait for police to violate their constitutional rights, and then they sue them. Which is like
Kind of cool.
kind of cool. Like if you, and it's like, I mean, I don't want to get too real about it. It's like, it does a greater good of educating people and the police of like what our rights are, so that, because some of the videos are police just straight up lying to people. It's not all some loser going to a library hoping this happens. Sometimes it's like dash cam footage of cops like violating their power, and then people who know their rights standing up to it, and then the cop still breaks the law, and then they get sued, which is sick. But that rabbit hole trickled me into stolen valor videos, and boy, do I like those. I love those. And it's because every time you see somebody that's being accused of stolen valor, you can just look at the kind of person they are and go, yeah, obviously this guy's stealing valor. It's never like
It's an autistic man trying to get a 4 for 4 at Wendy's.
it's always some guy sitting at an airport who wants to board his flight early. And then just all of a sudden can't, like, the guy's like, oh yeah, like start asking him questions. And the guy's like, yeah, I'm not really taking questions right now. Like it's like it's
like he's a part of like a he's like a media team. He's like, we're not gonna
exactly.
no paparazzi
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, no. Dude, it's so funny. I was watching them, and then they always, I will say, the people accusing the people of stealing valor always get really close to fucking these guys up.
Well,
but they never do.
The thing about the stealing valor videos is that it's also annoying. Here's how I feel about it. As a veteran of the War of 4, I fought in the War of 4, I fought the War of 7, and I fought in the War of 12. I almost didn't come back from 12. But I think that here's the issue
Still
that I
not
have
historically
with it. The issue that I have with stealing valor, it's not so much that they're plain make-believe. I would never do that, personally. I would never play make-believe. I would only do what
is true?
what has been true and what has been appointed to me and what has been awarded to me for my acts of valor on the battlefield. And I would never do that. Now, however, I do think that this is a real stance. This is actually how I feel without being this character. This is actually how I feel. The only reason I have an issue with it is only when you're trying to gain something.
Yeah.
Now, if you're just wearing your grandfather's coat that he wore in Korea when he got shot 3 times and you're trying to just show off to your friends and lie about being that's okay to me.
Nothing wrong
now,
with
it's
that.
when you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and you try to go, I'm going to get 10% off for this, right? And then they go, show me proof of military ID. And you go, how about you suck my balls?
Yeah.
And then another man comes over and he's angry wearing a grunt style shirt, and he says,
And he's 6 beers deep.
and he's 6 beers deep, and he goes, my fucking friends died in that uniform.
Yeah.
This is when you create conflict.
Yes,
So
I
it's like, if
agree.
you want to cosplay as a soldier, feel free to do so. Now, however, just don't take advantage of the O'Reilly's discount when you get your oil change.
yeah. I agree.
I've
can
been
see that.
asking for military discounts. They will not be given. They have not given them to me.
Really?
I said, yeah. They go,
Do you
what
have your
do you have?
military ID?
Well, they go, what proof do you have? And I pull out my sword and I go, well, it's got 7 notches. I've killed 7 dragons. What the fuck do you mean? This is a funny idea for a script. This is a sketch idea now. I go into gas stations dressed like this, and I go, do you have military ID? Do you have a military discount here? And then they go, what? And then I pull my sword out. Another funny idea is I call people out for stealing valor
Yeah.
in this.
That would be funny.
So we have to find a man stealing valor, and then I should go
These
into a
are more
recruiter.
like prank videos.
I should go into a recruiter's office. I'm gonna go into a recruiter's office and go.
Yeah.
Who's your first sergeant? No, who's your king?
Who's your king?
Who's your king? No, I want to know your commanding officer.
Yeah.
No, tell me.
I actually think that's a great idea. I saw.
I hate pranks though. Pranks are the lowest form.
No, but
of...
you could make that a sketch of you being in like a Chili's and me being the server, and you'd be like, "Is there a military discount?
Do you offer a military discount?"
I'd be like, "What kind of proof do you have?" And you pull your. I'm like, Jesus.
You're like, I need like an ID or something, man.
You know? Yeah.
I pull out a painting.
Yeah. Okay, fine. One of those videos I was watching, a guy goes
What is
up,
that?
Oh my God. One of the Stolen Valor TikToks.
It's like a moving painting?
It's like a moving painting on your phone.
What is that?
Yeah.
A phone, you said.
He goes up to a guy at a gas station and he's accusing him of stolen valor, and the guy's like, fuck off, whatever. And then eventually the guy pulls out all of his uniforms with all of his things and lays them on the car, and he's like, he basically proves the guy who's recording wrong. He goes, all right, brother, I'm just out here trying to do what's right. I hope you have a good one. Thank you for your service. I'm like, do you not kill yourself after you do that?
Yeah.
Are you not so embarrassed by the fact that you went up to another soldier who was just trying to get gas?
Dude, there's a video that went very viral at a man at an airport, an old man who was in the Navy. He had one of those Navy hats on. He's in his 70s, and he's clearly early dementia, like early onset dementia. And some guy comes up to him, and he starts yelling at him for stealing valor because he's got one of those, like, I was in the war hats. Some guy's like, yeah, fucking right, which is also funny to check like a 70-year-old guy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, how about you just go kill a CEO, buddy? How about that? You're not getting any
real
pussy.
American.
Yeah, and he starts confronting this elderly man about whether or not he's safe. And the thing about it that's so sad is this old man is crying in the video because he can't remember the name of any of the things that has happened.
Yeah, because he's 70.
70 and he was for real in the Navy.
He probably actually saw
He was in
combat.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is, by the way.
He was in Vietnam, had serious trauma that surely if he's 70, he never dealt with. It's just
Dude, there's a generation that just, that's what my dad, because my dad does that.
Yeah.
My dad's primordial yell that I've talked about is it's just him not going to therapy.
The closest thing he has to therapy is just being like,
he'll do anything to not be gay. I'm not going to fucking talk about it.
Screaming. Yeah. That's really sad because that's just like an old.
Yeah, you just made fun of an old guy and filmed it.
Yeah, and then put it on.
It would be funny to bully an old man in this. You couldn't do anything to me. I should go fight somebody with this on.
Yeah, you could.
Do you think they could get me in an arm ball with it? Yeah, it's probably easier.
You should walk
probably
down
easier.
6th Street with that. You should try to get in the Mothership with that on.
I've got a spot. I've got a spot here.
I've got a spotted black rabbit tonight. I must go.
It would be funny. This is what's funny, right? Is that, you know, when you do a thing on stage and you're like, this is going to be funny, and then it doesn't be funny. It's not funny. And you go, well, it's okay. It's only 5 minutes. Now imagine that for an hour. And that's where we're at right here.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes, like I did stand up one time dressed as a priest back in Florida. And I thought this was going to be fun. And it was fun for
Halloween.
Halloween.
Oh,
and
I remember that show.
And it was fun for about 3 minutes. And then they went, okay, we get it. And then I went.
Didn't I do that one with you?
You did that as well. You did it as a ghost.
I did it as a ghost.
And then you took it off.
I did the thing we did on the podcast where I had the sheet on and I had a fake mustache on over my real mustache.
Yes.
And I took the sheet off and I had the fake mustache on.
Very funny.
Which was hilarious on the pod. In the show, I remember it not doing well. And then I remember ripping that mustache off and having a mustache and just being like... And they were like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah."
I get it.
I didn't realize.
I think I get what you were.
And
going
that
for.
was one of the best shows that was happening in Florida.
And then we were like, we shouldn't have blown our opportunity.
Yeah,
we won't get up for another
Corey
month.
Cognac's never gonna fucking book me ever again.
But he will talk about the haters on Facebook.
I love it. So
I love when a comedian goes, these people don't want to see me succeed. It's like, who the fuck are you talking about? You think that people don't... You think that anybody's thinking about you?
People don't want to see you succeed because you're a bad guy and a bad comic.
Oh, maybe it's because you pulled a gun out on people.
Maybe it's because you pulled a gun on somebody.
Whatever the fuck that is, by the way. You pulled a gun out. It's very crazy to pull a gun out of a comedy. I've thought about this.
Over an unpaid $20 spot.
You're gonna fucking pay me, or I'm gonna go to federal prison. One of the two.
You want your fucking money, huh?
You want your fucking 20? Do you want your?
You want your 20 shillings?
You owe me some gold pieces, and you know it. You know that you owe me 20 gold pieces.
Duel at sundown.
A duel at sundown. I will be there with a gun, by the way. After the open mic, I'm going to pull a gun on you. Are you out of your fucking mind, by the way? That's crazy. To pull a fucking gun out over $20 is also already crazy. But then for the through line to be stand-up comedy.
Which neither of the people involved were
funny.
good at.
Everybody fucking sucked there. There was 4 people that were worth a shit. None of them are there now. Other than one. I think there's 2 maybe. I'd give them 2. No, 3. I'd give it 3. Other than that, it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Go get a night suit and bomb on a podcast like a real comic.
For 52 minutes.
For 53 minutes. Keep it running, because about 7 minutes of that was me putting this fucking thing on. I texted Josh. I said, I'm going to surprise Matt with something. I walked in. He went, okay.
I'm going to surprise Matt with something. It's going to be a costume that we've already had a conversation about me having. I put it on my Instagram story and he responded to it. I'm going to surprise him by having it on.
I didn't think it through, okay?
I know.
And here's another thing. It's about to be Christmas, so we should probably record a Christmas episode soon. And I think that it would be fun to both dress up as Santa or something. But now we can't talk about it and then do it. We have to do it. We should also get a guest. Who would be fun? We should get Drew Illa to be Black Santa again on the
fly Drew out to Austin to be Black Santa.
Dude, he told me his phone blew up. And I said, what? And he said his phone blew up. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he said, motherboard or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? You mean you blew up?
Motherboard.
And he also spelled it duh motherboard. And I went, that's hilarious. I said, that's hilarious. I don't know what you still are talking about, but I'll take your word for it.
Drew is so funny.
He said
he probably just had a fucking old Samsung.
It probably just died and wouldn't
Old-ass
charge. And then he
Android.
said, the motherboard
blew up.
And I don't even know if that's possible, by the way.
Do phones have motherboards?
What
I
is
guess.
that?
They have to, right? Jesus Christ.
We're going to keep doing the what is that bit. Oh no, my Sir code has been pulling down this entire episode too. This is the whole thing, was that I wanted it to show.
It's the heart of your mobile phone.
Yeah, okay.
It's the heart of your mobile phone. Tell that to your mother.
Tell that to your mobile phone.
Now I've got a... Yeah, here's... I wonder if I can think of anything that would be with... Because the Minnesota Vikings are doing incredible this year, by the way.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on,
Sam
dude?
Darnold for MVP. I don't know what the fuck is...
All?
Dude, we're gonna... yes, we are. I'm putting it out there right now.
I like that.
In the past, I've been like, no, there's no way. Sam Darnold is that guy.
Yeah?
Yeah. If we don't re-sign him, I'm going to be fucking furious. It's so nuts, because here's the issue that they're in, right? Not to get too into the thing, but they drafted J.J. McCarthy from the Michigan Wolverines last year. He was the 7th round draft pick. So we wasted... It was the first time it's the highest draft pick we've ever used on a quarterback. So they're kind of like, let's not waste this guy, because it's like we used our first draft pick, number 7. Yeah. We traded up to get this guy, so like let's use him. But then he went down with the meniscus injury, and then he had to have a second surgery before the season even started. He did 1 preseason game. So now they're in this weird predicament where they signed Sam Darnold to a bridge contract, which is like, you just do it for a year. The whole thought process was, if J.J. McCarthy was healthy, Sam Darnold would be there for a year, learn underneath Sam, then they would switch him and out for J.J. McCarthy. Sam signs elsewhere. It's like his prove it deal.
But now he's taking them to a 2-loss season.
Yes, it's what they just did with Baker Mayfield with the Rams, how the Rams had him come on and he balled out, and then they put him, and then Tampa Bay signed him. That's what they were doing with Sam Darnold, and he's balling the fuck out. Well, now it's like a weird predicament, because it's like, well, do you take a risk and go, well, we're going to still really believe that JJ's that guy? But it's like, but you have your guy. You just found the guy.
Yeah, but also...
You just found that you have Sam Darnold.
If the guy's balling out and they've got their pick of a younger, guy they believe in, that guy... That's Sam Darnold now is worth more.
Well, yeah, 100%.
So they go, well, let's make some fucking space.
But the whole thought is like, it's like, why would you not? To me, it just doesn't make sense to not re-sign Sam, because it would be like, you're betting. The whole thought is like, yeah, Sam is. I mean, there's so many draft busts that it's like, why would you even roll the dice on fucking whether or not this
guy's already proven.
This guy's already proven. It's like, spend the fucking money. Get rid of JJ. Who gives a shit? Spend the money.
I love that all it took for you to get out of character was to start. It's ironic to start talking about the Vikings. And all of a sudden you're just like
in character.
No, but for real.
No, but for real, it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think that Kevin O'Connell deserves Coach of the Year, and I think that Sam Darnold's being snubbed for the MVP talk. I think Sam Darnold should be in the MVP consideration.
Who's in the MVP consideration?
Josh Allen is the runaway favorite at this point.
Yeah,
which is also crazy because he's 10-3 and so it's like, well, Sam Darnold has a better record and he's putting up better numbers.
It's also crazy because they're
NFC Player of the Year this year.
Will lose to the Chiefs, and
I think so as well.
They will.
I think so as well. I think the Chiefs can. I fucking hate the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are the older brother who at any point can choose to win no matter how close the game. It's like I used to play basketball with my little brother, and sometimes I'd be feeling lazy, and my brother was having an on day, and he'd hit a couple threes, and then I'd be like, fuck, I'm down. And then I would just score on him 4 times in a row and win the game.
Yeah, you go.
That's what they are. They go, fuck, we're losing. Okay, let's just get it down there and make a field goal. Barely make it. Don't even really try.
Dude,
just get it in there.
We just got a football at the house too. Jack and I've just been playing catch.
Are you and Jack going out in the street playing catch?
Oh yeah.
Fuck, that sounds awesome.
Dude, just 30-year-old men throwing a fucking football back and forth.
I feel like I know Jack can do it. I feel like he looks a little awkward doing it.
No, dude, he's got an arm.
Yeah?
Dude, he's got a cannon.
Yeah.
His dad played in the NHL, so his uncle played like 8 years in the NHL.
Yeah, but that doesn't always.
Well, and also I learned this about his fucking whole family's like freak athletes. His younger brother is going to go to the NHL too.
That's crazy.
And then his aunt was an Olympic athlete. She was a swimmer, I think.
Whoa.
Like, they're freak athletes.
Women swim?
That's what I'm saying. And he can, dude, he throws that, dude, he can bomb it. I was like, holy shit. Dart, like dots.
Damn, that's so sick.
And I was like, yeah, I should wear this and do it.
That would be funny.
Go deep. I was thinking it would be funny to
just take one to the face.
Dude, I wonder how hard I could get hit. I bet I could catch a pass from Sam Darnold with this on.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I probably couldn't catch it. It could hit me.
Yeah. It would hit you.
I do think that this is funny though. It's a thing where I've always wondered how far I can actually throw a football. I think it's much farther than I actually can. I thought maybe 25, 30 yards. I can throw it a little bit farther. Not necessarily accurate and on a line, but I can throw it pretty far.
Oh.
It's all about release and using your back.
You know what's really weird? You know what's
I've got
weird
powerful
is
hip flexors.
when I'm out playing golf, I measure all my shots in yards, and I know how far all my clubs go. 160 yards looks like nothing when you're out there. But then you get to a football field. Like,
yeah,
I can hit my second shortest club. I could probably hit my shortest club, the one that has the most loft, so it shoots it up higher, the full length of a football field.
Yeah,
like pretty easily.
Yeah.
The short, like the one that's supposed to go the second shortest aside from my putter and one other club.
Yeah.
Easily. And that's crazy because a football field looks huge.
Yes.
So when I'm standing 60 yards away from a pin that I'm hitting a golf ball to, I look at it and I go, I could easily throw a football there. But throwing a football 60 yards would be insane for me.
Yeah. 60 yards for anybody is crazy.
I just go, I could do that easy. But I think it's a perspective thing.
Well, once you have the weight of in your hand, you kind of go, oh, it's not even about it. It's like I thought at first, I was like, there's no way I can get it over 25 yards because I was trying to underestimate to be humble. But then I started throwing it and I went, oh, it's easier than I thought, but it's also harder at the same time.
Are we talking NFL-sized football?
Yeah.
And is that the one you guys have at the house? Oh, okay.
They're not as big as you remember because when you remember them when you're younger, they're fucking massive.
Fuck.
And now it's like, oh, I can palm it very easily.
I think I could comfortably throw a ball 40 yards.
That's like where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm like 40 yards.
But in my head,
Jack can do like 50.
I go
55.
hundreds easy.
Yeah, that's.
But it's not. I know it's not.
What's nuts is these dudes can put it on a line. Like they can throw like a 60-yard dagger, and it's like that's
wild
crazy
to think about throwing a ball like that. But then you also have the fastest black guy in the world running to catch it, and but then the way it just falls right,
yes,
in there is insane.
Yes, it is very. It's very calculated. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I want to play as I wish that I would have cared more about sports instead of dueling. I've been dueling a lot lately.
Yeah.
I've been in duels lately. I've beat up the squire boy. I beat up a woman. I beat up a witch.
A witch. Oh.
Well, no, I beat up a woman and a witch. The one was she deserved it. The other one was a witch. Do you know what I mean?
Right. The first one burnt the stew. The second one didn't burn when she was in the stew.
Exactly.
And you're like, that's a witch.
Did you know that they used to? This is the no-win situation about drowning a witch. By the way, they would test to see if you were a witch. They would drown you, and if you drowned, they would go, "Well, you're not a witch. You drown."
Yeah.
But if you lived, they'd go, "Witch."
Is it
and
possible
it would be very funny.
that they just wanted to kill women?
Why not?
Is it possible that they were just like, these winches are fucking annoying?
It's not funny, but it would be fun to be like, oh my God, I survived. Like you get to the bottom, so you somehow find like a pocket of like air bubble, like gets trapped in like your blouse, like in like somehow like you know when you have like have you ever seen when like a car sinks and there's like an air pocket type of thing?
Or like in Pirates of the Caribbean, they take the boat down,
right? And there's like a pocket of air, and it's like it's somehow airtight, and you find yourself in that situation, and you're like, oh, okay. You untie, you get up to the top, and they go, she's a witch, and then they burn her to death. Burn her. Yeah. She can't get drowned, but she burns. Oh man, it would suck to be a woman back then.
Yeah, it would.
Or now.
And then like imagine just getting your period and then getting upset because your husband, who you like are basically a slave for back then, has been like fucking most of the town, and you get upset and they go, she's hysterical, burn her at the stake.
Why is she being sensible?
Why does she care about things? Yeah. I've heard that about the witches though. I think. Wow.
It's fucking heavy.
That seemed like a lot. Yeah, that seemed like not fun.
The oatmeal is it's paying off.
God, dude, we were so close to making it through a whole episode without you mentioning fucking oats.
Well, I decided that I'm gonna do the podcast normally now.
Good. An hour of when we're done?
Yeah, I gotta set up for the next one.
Yeah, idiot.
Well, thank you so much for listening.
To Friendly Fire.